Today's class is a twisting vinyasa class. So this is going to be a bit more of an intense practice. If you feel like you want to warm up a little bit before you go into this, it might not be a bad idea. So you can try out one of the gentle hatha videos that I put on here, or even a restorative video, or just do your own little stretches before you begin. We'll begin by standing at the top of our mats. And just begin by rolling your shoulders back and down a few times. Take some nice deep breaths as you move. And then begin alternating, rolling your shoulders back and down one at a time. Taking deep breaths as you move. And you can begin to turn your chest to one side, creating a bit of a twist in the spine. Just let your hips be free. Don't worry about keeping them in one place. Just be relaxed. Deep breaths. And then we'll swim the arms forward in this motion. So one shoulder at a time, rolling forward. If it feels more natural to pick up the arm, that's fine. If you're a swimmer and you want to practice your technique, go right ahead. Nice deep breath. And slowly come back to center. Tuck your chin down into your chest. Allow your head to be nice and heavy. And then slowly move into a half or full neck roll. Nice deep breaths as you move. If you're doing full neck rolls, do a few in the other direction. And slowly make your way back to center. Rotate out your wrists or make figure eights with your wrists. And then take your hands out in front of you, bent at the wrist, press through the heels of your hands, spread your fingers wide, and then open your arms out to the sides. Keep the hands bent at the wrist, press through the heels of your hands like you're standing in a doorway. One more deep breath, and slowly lower your arms. You can shake out your hands a little bit here if you like. And then separate your feet about hip width distance apart and give your knees a nice little bit of a bend. Start to turn your torso right and left. Allow your arms to be really, really heavy. And you might even end up kind of giving yourself a little smack or pat on the shoulder, maybe on the back. I don't know how flexible you are. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can start to slow down. Take your time to come back to center. And then come to stand in mountain pose, feet directly under your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down, palms face forward, chin parallel with the floor. Relax your buttocks, relax your jaw, relax your belly, your shoulders, and your eyes. Just notice how you're feeling. Take one more deep breath and exhale through your mouth. And then step up to the top side of your mat and inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand behind you to your opposite hip and your left hand to your right hip, looking over your shoulder. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, other side. Continue, go back and forth a few more times. We'll do one more on each side, noticing how the twist feels in your spine. Raise your arms up at center and slowly press your hands down to your sides. Step your feet a little bit wider, as wide as a bit wider than your hips. Bring your arms up into cactus arms, palms face forward. On your inhale, you're going to move to the right. On your exhale, you're going to move to the left. And this is going to move a little bit quicker than we would normally go. So it will look like this. Sharp inhales through your nose. Sharp exhales through your nose. Two more. Come back to center. Relax your hands by your sides. Bring your feet back under your hips, palms face forward, mountain pose. Take a few deep breaths, close your eyes. If you feel lightheaded, keep your eyes open. Relax your shoulders. One more deep breath. And then step to the top side of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Knees can be bent or straight. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, step your right foot all the way back. Your knee can be down or up. Raise your hands up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back to plank or half plank. Squeeze your legs, belly to spine, strong in the arms. One deep breath. Exhale, come down slowly. Come into cobra or into sphinx pose. Exhale, release. Child's pose or downward dog. What do you need in your body right now? If you're in child's pose, make your way to downward facing dog. If you like the challenge, raise your right leg up behind you, any expression you like, and then send your right foot through to your hands. Lower your back knee to the floor or keep it raised. Raise your hands up to the sky. One more deep breath. Exhale, release your hands to the floor and step to forward fold. Relax here in forward fold. You can feel free to grab onto the opposite elbows. Hang your head nice and heavy. Maybe sway from side to side a little bit. Relax your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose, hands out in front. Reach your hips back behind you. One more deep breath. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms in a V. Reach up tall. Little back bend if you like it. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Take 2 cleansing breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Step your left foot all the way back. Knee can be down or up. Raise your hands up to the sky. You can interlace your fingers here if you like. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Inhale, plank or half plank. Squeeze your legs, belly button to spine, one deep breath. Exhale, come down slowly, keep pressing through your heels. Inhale, cobra or sphinx. Exhale, release, child's pose or downward dog. If you're in child's pose, make your way to downward facing dog. If you like the challenge, raise your left leg up behind you, any expression you like, and then step your left foot through to your hands. Knee can be down or up. Raise your hands to the sky, Kali Mudra. Index fingers point to the sky. One more deep breath. Exhale, release the hands to the floor and step to forward fold. Relax in forward fold. You can grab the backs of your legs or your opposite elbows or your big toes. Take one more deep breath. Release your hands, inhale halfway up. Exhale, sit down to chair. Hands out in front, reach your hips back behind you. Inhale, come to standing, arms in a V, palms face forward. Reach up tall, back bend if you like it. And exhale, release your hands to your sides. Take 2 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale, arms out to the side, up to the sky. Prayer fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Step your right foot all the way back, knees down or up. Raise your hands up to the sky. Palms into prayer. Press the heels of your hands together. Press your thumbs into your sternum, belly button to spine. Squeeze the back leg, one deep breath. And then start to twist to the right. Try not to move that foot in the back. Stay up tall on the foot. Inhale back to center. Lower your hands. Inhale, plank or half plank. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, come down slowly. Cobra, sphinx, or up dog. Exhale, release, child's pose or downward dog. If you're in child's pose, make your way to downward facing dog. If you like the challenge, raise your right leg up behind you and step your foot through to your hands. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Nice and high on the back toes, palms into prayer. Press the heels of your hands together. Start to twist to the left. Nice and slow. Inhale, come back to center. Lower your hands to the floor and step to forward fold. On your next inhale, halfway up. Sit down to chair pose, hands out in front, reach your hips back behind. One deep breath. Inhale, come up to standing. Arms in a V, palms face forward, reach up tall, back bend if you like. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Take 2 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale, arms out to the side, up to the sky. Prayer fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale your left foot all the way back. Raise your hands to the sky. Bring your palms into prayer. Take a nice deep breath here. Press the heels of your hands together. Start to rotate to the right. Standing up tall. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, plank or half plank. Squeeze your legs, one deep breath. Come down slowly. Chaturanga. Cobra or Sphinx pose. Exhale, release. Child's pose or downward dog. If you're in child's pose, make your way to downward facing dog. If you like the challenge, raise your left leg up behind you, any expression you like, and step your foot through to your hands. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. One more deep breath. Exhale, palms into prayer. Rotate to the left. Keep remaining like reaching up nice and tall to keep your spine in alignment. Inhale to center. Lower your hands and step to forward fold. Relax in forward fold, 2 breaths. On your next inhale, halfway up. Exhale, sit down to chair pose. Reach your hands out in front, reach your hips back behind you. Inhale to standing. Arms, palms face forward, nice deep breath. Exhale, hands to your sides. 2 deep breaths. Inhale, arms out to the side, up to the sky. Prayer, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Step your right foot all the way back. Inhale, hands to the sky. And then take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and your left hand to your left hip. Look to the left. If you want more here, you can open up your left arm and you can open up your right arm too if that feels okay. One more deep breath. Come back to center, raise your hands to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, plank or half plank. One more deep breath. Exhale, come down slow. Cobra, Sphinx, or up dog. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up behind you and step it through to your hands. Raise your hands to the sky. One more deep breath. Take your left hand to the outside of your right leg, your right hand to your hip, looking to the right. Again, if you want more here, if you feel really good in your back and your shoulders, you can open up the arms. This is quite intense, so be careful, don't hurt yourself. One more deep breath. Come back to center, raise your hands. Exhale, release your hands to the floor and step to forward fold. Bend your knees, straighten them out once or twice if you like. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, sit to chair. Reach your hips back, reach your arms forward. One more deep breath. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. 2 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale, arms out to the side, up to the sky. Prayer, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Step your left foot all the way back. Raise your hands up to the sky. One more deep breath. Exhale, take your arms out to the sides, arms in a T, and then start to rotate to the left. You won't be able to go very far here because this foot is up, and that's okay, that's what we want. Inhale to center, raise your arms. Exhale, release. Inhale, plank or half plank. One more deep breath. Exhale, come down slow. Cobra, Sphinx, or up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up behind you. And step through to your hands. Raise your hands up to the sky. One more deep breath. Open your arms in a T. Start to rotate to the right. One more deep breath. Come back to center, raise your arms. Exhale, release your hands to the floor and step to forward fold. On your inhale, halfway up. Exhale, sit down in a chair. Reach your hips back behind you, arms out in front. One more deep breath. Come up to standing. And bring your hands by your sides. Palms face forward. 2 deep breaths. Just notice how you're feeling in your body after moving, using large muscles. How do you feel? Take one more deep breath. Bring your big toes together to touch. Bring your arms out in front. Sit down into chair pose. Reach your hips back behind you, then bring your palms into prayer. Reaching your hips back behind you a little bit more. Weight should be in the heels. Belly button to spine. Sit down a little bit lower. Press your hands together and then start to rotate to the right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Take a look down, make sure that your knees are even, that one's not pressing forward more than the other. Now, if this feels really, really good, you're more than welcome to open your arms. One more deep breath. Bring your palms to prayer if you release them. Come back to center, come all the way up to standing. Relax your hands by your sides. You can separate your feet. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale through your mouth. Let it go. Bring your big toes together. Palms into prayer this time. Start to sit down. Reach your hips back behind you. Sitting down a little bit lower. Press your hands together. Start to rotate to the left. Bring your elbow to the outside of your right or of your left knee. Pressing your thumbs and trying to move the thumbs toward the sternum. If you want more, of course, you can extend the arms. If your neck is bothering you, look down. One more deep breath. Bring your palms back to prayer at center. Come up to standing. Release your hands. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Roll your shoulders back and down a few times. Deep breaths as you move. We're going to move into a balance pose. If you're feeling slightly unbalanced today or your legs are fatigued from the practice, make sure that you have a wall to grab onto. All right. So bringing all of your weight into one foot, either one, you can choose, and give that knee a little bit of a bend so it's strong. Bring your other ankle to the knee and palms to prayer and begin to sit down. You can flex this foot. Coming down as far as you can while keeping your chest fairly upright. But if this is starting to feel really good and you're looking for somewhere to go, if you want to advance the pose, you're going to reach your fingertips towards the floor. Relax your head and start to straighten out the standing leg. If you did come down into the pose, you're going to slowly bend the knee and bring your palms to prayer, coming back into this version of the pose. Chest upright, and then slowly stand up. Release the leg. Relax your hands, maybe shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Bring your hands up over your head. Just let go of the pose. Just shake it out. If you're doing this, I can't see you, you know that, right? All right, other side. All jokes aside, we're almost done. Bring your weight into your other leg. Give it a bend, squeeze the muscle so it feels strong. Pick up the other ankle, bring it across the knee. If you're having a hard time balancing, look on the floor at something that's not going to move. Palms in prayer. Slowly start to sit down. One side might feel different than the other. And of course, if you're looking for somewhere to go, you can always release your fingertips to the floor and start to straighten out that bottom leg. If you did straighten out the bottom leg and your hands are on the floor, slowly bring your palms to prayer. And slowly come up out of the pose. Beautiful. Give your arms a shake. Give your legs a shake. Shake everything. All right. Step out to the top side of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands up to the sky. Prayer, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Plant your fingers. Step your right foot back, lower the knee. Left foot back, lower the knee. Big toes together, untucked. Knees as wide as your mat. Come into widening child's pose. If you find that you're looking for more of a stretch than you're getting here, you can come out of the pose a little bit and then bring your feet, separate your feet wider in alignment with your knees, and then sit back again. And it should feel quite different. I invite you to take one more deep breath in the pose. And then slowly back up out of the pose, walking your hands toward your knees, bringing your knees together. Sit on your heels. Bring your fingertips beside you. If your arms are long enough, you can probably press your fingers or hands into the floor. Squeeze your legs, engage your Mula Bandha, which is kind of like a Kegel. Engage your Mula Bandha, reach up nice and tall. Reach your fingertips down towards the floor. One more deep breath. Exhale, relax your legs. Move your feet out from underneath you. Straighten your legs, give the legs a shake. From here, 3 ways to come down to your back. You can just come down with helping hands. You can come down with control in a reverse sit-up, or you can come down the fun way if your neck is not compromised. Hands behind the knees and gently rocking forward and back. Just a few times because it's fun. And then make your way onto your back. One hand on each knee and roll from side to side. You can begin to draw circles on the ceiling with your knees. And a few circles in the other direction. Bring your knees back to center. Give them a little squeeze in. And then lower your feet to the floor. Lengthen your legs along your mat. And prepare for Shavasana. I'm going to offer you a 5-minute Shavasana in this video. However, if you'd like to do a longer Shavasana, you can just pause the video and put a timer on for as long as you'd like to do Shavasana. I usually do 10 minutes of Shavasana in my classes. So just shrug your shoulder blades under you a little bit and just rearrange your hips and your legs and your feet until you feel comfortable. Hands can be on the belly, on your hips, or out to the sides. And just allow your body to completely relax and let go. And I will watch the time. 5 minutes Shavasana. Slowly draw your awareness back to the room. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps rotate or roll your head side to side. You can bend your knees and just roll over onto one side. Come into the fetal position. And then slowly press your way up into a seated position. At this point, you can feel free to meditate if that's what you feel inclined to do. And I wish you the very best day or evening that you could possibly have. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me. Namaste.